A new manhwa just came out. Let's talk about it, man. It is exciting. It's titled Murim Psychopath, and it starts with one of the craziest openers ever. This MC is playing a video game. It's called the Murim game. So he's in a Murim world, and he's fighting the Martial Alliance. Normally the good guys, the Justice. He's not a demonic. I don't think he's demonic. He's fighting them, 1v them. He's fighting the Buddhists and other. It's like three like the top fighters, and then it comes out and shows him on Earth playing this game, and then we see him drag a big man, and then we realize this person is really bad. He's been doing a lot of assaults and stuff and crimes, and he was getting away with it maybe because he's rich. He's dragging him to this freezer where there's other people that are frozen, and I'm thinking that other people, those people too, did something bad. I'm like, how is this man getting away with this? And he's just playing casually a game with no care in the world. And then the police just walk in, and we realize that they've been tracking him. He gets so mad that they're coming after him based on what this guy just did, and he's mad at them. And with no care in the world that people are there, he still kills the big guy. And out of nowhere, he gets transported to this Murim world. So he arrives in a city called, or a town called, Bongyang City. He's a stable or servant. These people are really crazy. Like, I don't know how this world is, but it's very dark. And based on where he is, this is, how do I say this, a righteous or justice side of the city. So this should not be this crazy, although we know what the Murim world is like. Even though we know it's like that, he's in a family, he's serving in a family that are part of the justice, the good people. And he's being treated terrible by everyone he meets. I'm like, what is going on? Is everybody here a psycho in this world? But this man is static. He's excited that he's in this world, that now he can break every rule as long as he has the strength. I'm like, okay, this is way too crazy for MC. The last time we saw that was like Master of Ghoul, one of the best web novels ever, if not the best web novel ever. It's just too bad it's not completed. Okay, so the family he's working at is called the Dannery family. His cover identity becomes being something called like a sosam. It's just a mute, so he refuses to talk, listens while he does his work. So just a mute servant. He does come in with a system though, like the system follows him, but it has a lot of errors. There's a lot of error messages, and it's explaining how much power he has and how much power he doesn't have. One of the most overpowered, yet I still don't know how he uses it, is inventory. Inventory, from what I know, is take something, put it in a space, take the space thing out of the space. But the crime he commits at like the brothel, I just don't know how he do it, because so when the detective or the person investigating this from the Donnery family, and this guy is very intelligent. I love this. Hopefully all of these side characters become this intelligent or keep this level of intelligence, because he's like, there's a lot of deaths happening. Decade. I don't know if I can say this, so I'm not going to say it. And this guy said, okay, there's no way people are dying like this much. If it's a plague, there should at least be signs of this plague. It's just happening out of nowhere. And he's been tracking. And then he ends up at this brothel, and he investigates. He's okay, this one is also weird. He tracks and sees in every single possibility, not giving up. And it's not that he gives up. He has this idea, this has not happened by accident, so he will investigate it. Although we know he's correct, we know who's doing it because we're the readers. He tries every single possibility, even though when he realizes everything is happening this naturally, he still does not believe it. So he really ends up going to our main character and finding out. I'm going to tell you, so far he's one of the best side characters in this novel, although we have not really had other side characters yet. This world, I don't know how it's functioning. If this is the justice side, how is the demon side of this city going to happen? I know it's not like every city, there's always crimes, but it shouldn't be this open, especially with a family that's trying to be so great and control a city like this. He finally levels up. We see the downside of the system, which is when you level up, he becomes so bright, and if he's not careful, other people can spot him because when he's leveling up, there's signs of it. And although it says this system has so many errors, he does get weapons. He does get techniques. I just don't know where that level of error is happening. I'm still confused where that error is happening. But regardless, I don't know how far this system is gonna go, because one of the most problems I have with systems, that's why I don't really like Nano Machine to that point, is that the system is the one that's really controlling a lot of things, and without the system, the MC is nothing. Bongsu is showing a level of ability that is really top tier, that he can achieve all of this because he was achieving a certain level of this without a system on Earth, but he's achieving all of this on a level greater with the system. So hopefully it continues like that. But Dongsu, I want to know the backstory of Dongsu. How did he become like this? Where did he say, okay, I have to go and do something about this thing that people are doing? I have to be someone that gets justice for people, which is also another confusing. He went from someone that's doing good in a sense on Earth to just doing whatever he wants in a normal. I know rules don't apply here, and so far he's only been going after bad people. I don't know how long that's gonna last for, but so far, like, I'm gonna hold on to hope. I'm not gonna assume anything right now because Bongsu has been showing this level of ability, and I respect the thing he's doing. I don't know for why am I saying respect? Whatever. I applaud his level of ability. So after he was leveled up, he realized, okay, the stronger the person he goes after, the stronger he can become quicker. So he starts going after this organization of thugs, and he's trying to do a certain amount of investigation because he's very weak, and these people are strong, and the numbers are there. So not only in quality, even in quantity. And as a person, he's trying to do all of this without any sort of evidence. So if it was at least sort of evidence, he doesn't mind, then it'll be a lot easier. But he's doing it without a certain level of evidence and without any help. And it's very hard for an individual to go after an organization without help, and he wants to do it quickly. He goes undercover in the organization and collects information as much as possible. He does succeed and starts going one after another. He goes after the White Tiger division, the Red Wolf Gate, because all of these divisions and gates are part of the Black Snake Society. So they're the thugs of this city. So they're the strongest organization in the underworld of the city. So he's going after this. He's leveling up. He's up to level 7, and he's getting techniques, and even gets a cultivation method, where like a breathing technique, where he can collect key and use it. He's getting the basics though. So I'm always wondering. This ends up being answered because right now I'm on chapter 21. So everything right now you hear is up to chapter 21. He does get this eventually. He needed a way to get stronger outside of just leveling up, and that's the answer that's going to get answered eventually, where when he meets the head of the family. The thing I love about his fighting style is that he never fights fair, because what is fighting fair when you're so weak and you need to fight people, but you're not strong enough to fight those people? There's no way you can fight these people head on, and he doesn't care about fighting dirty, and he's very smart, and I cannot say this enough. He's very smart, and hopefully he continues being very smart. So the leader of the Black Snake Society is Bang Po Yim. So when Bongsu was going after him, this man was so prideful that he refused to back down when he realized that he could end up being dead. And instead of backing up, because he's so prideful, he does not want to be looked down by any of his underlings or subordinates, that he decides to go head on. And because he does not want to leave, he has so much power right now, and he has built this up that he does not want it to go to ruin over just unnamed hero. So when he reached level 7, he got a sword technique. Yeah, his sword techniques also are going level by level. He just thrust, slice, and um, sl- slash, slice, slash. So just vertical, horizontal, and just poke. So those are the techniques, and he's getting the better version of those techniques the more he levels up. It seems he loves fighting head on, so when he does have an opportunity to fight head on, he will. So we also get this metaphor of a cauldron that has three pillars. Three pillars are the Murim Alliance, the Heavenly Demon Castle, and the Hall of Unorthodox. We also see that there's a fourth power coming into existence. This fourth power, I thought at first was the MC because he's trying to, you know, ruin this balance. But we realized no, there's another society coming in. So the Murim Alliance and the Heavenly Demon Castle are, how do I say this, on equal terms. So the Heavenly Demon Castle and the Murim Alliance will never really go at each other because their power are the same. They look at the Hall of Unorthodox to keep the balance there, because if they decided to choose any one of the two, the power balance will go, and they want to keep that balance. But with this fourth coming in, it wants to take over them. However, what the MC wants is to destroy all legs, all four legs, which is going to be crazy. So I don't know how this is going to go happen, because right now it's nice, but there's no way he can fight all of these people by himself. So I don't know if he's ever going to create a organization. The more people he bring in, the more his identity will be out there and people will know about him. So I don't know if he's ever will, but he does need, first of all, information. Information cannot come from one person. There's no way he can collect that information, especially if he needs it really fast, without someone helping him. And if he's going to pay for it every single time, because we know there's the beggars organization, there's the Howl organization, and also the Demons Castle has one. The Unorthodox one has one too. So we know all these information organization exists. I don't know if he's gonna buy information from them or if he's gonna create his own organization. And I feel like he has to, because not only information, he needs a fighting power. He cannot fight every single person alone. The only way I can see this going on, if he sides with a certain power or just causes a rift between them where they have to fight, and he just gets the benefit and just fights at the end after everybody destroys themselves, and it just comes and reaps the benefit. I still want to know what his ultimate objective is, because on Earth he was for justice. This one, it seems he will just go after everybody based on how he's thinking, not his actions. His actions so far are going after people that are bad, but where is that line going to be drawn? It's called the Murim Psychopath, so he's on a psychopath journey, but we have to know where there's a limit. There has to be a goal into it. There's Master of Gu had a goal. He didn't care who stood in that goal. Bong Su has not learned any techniques yet relating to the Murim world. Everything is system based. Even the breathing technique, it seems it comes on and off. So even if the level increases, he doesn't get ki inside. He just ends up being able to use that technique. So it's more of a technique than a method. But after seeing the leader of the Denri family head, Denri Chunyu, he realized how weak he is and he cannot depend on the system alone, which I love, because I'm like, how are you going to ignore the power system that's going to happen here? You can combine both. Don't focus on just one when you can take advantage of something that other people don't have, and combine those two powers. And after realizing how weak he was, he realized, okay, I cannot focus on just leveling up. I need to start training in this world's method. It is also going to an arc with, of course, the world's strongest family of the 5 families that are always in the Murim world. They always end up being the Nemgun family. Nemgun family are one of the strongest families in any Murim story, and they're normally known as the greatest swordsman. And usually the greatest swordsman of the world comes from the Namgun family. So this is going to be exciting. It seems that people are looking for a partner for the granddaughter. I don't know how, this is going to happen. Probably the granddaughter's going to get interested in the MC. I don't know how that's going to happen, how this arc is going to go towards, because he's mute, so he doesn't talk. So what about him that's going to interest her? Maybe it's just his calmness or not to care about anybody, and she loves that because she can just talk to him and not have to worry about her secrets being leaked. Or is he going to end up doing something crazy, like go after her and become a victim of his? Whatever it is, I'm excited. This looks like the art style of the manhwa is crazy, but I don't have patience, so I'm going to be reading the web novel. So if you see this and you liked it, please let me know. Drop a like, subscribe, follow, and let me know in the comments what do you think of this story. Like, can you answer any of my questions I had? I will appreciate it. Thank you so much.